Good morning, guys. And I'm sorry if the lines are bothering you, but it's like the only good lighting. But today I thought we'd make a little video because everybody named Mama be asking me how I got into curly hair, how I became a specialist, and it's not like all that exciting, but like I'll just tell y'all what I did, how I got into it, how I got into, you know, being a curly specialist and all that good stuff. So we're gonna get right into it because I don't think I'm a talker, but I might be. Anyways, so we're gonna backtrack to senior year of high school. I still thought I was going to college. I don't know what I was going to college for. I just knew, like, I was told you have to go to college, and I was confused. My aloe plant. Ugh. I was confused because I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to be going to college, but like, what for? Honestly, I remember I was thinking about going to cosmetology school at the college because I was in dual enrollment when I was in my senior year. But I don't remember when like that switch of, okay, I'm going to cosmetology school was. Like, it had to be within then because I still, like, I toured schools for college and all that stuff. So like, I was still kind of like confused, I think. But I do not remember when I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to cosmetology school, unfortunately. But obviously by the time I graduated, I did finally realize, like, yeah, I'm going to cosmetology school. And I ended up going to Aveda in Atlanta. It was cool, it was chill. I mean, it was kind of unorganized, and, you know, there's a little bit of drama or whatever, but I feel like that's whatever school. Anyways, so I toured schools, went to Aveda. All they teach you, honestly, at cosmetology school is cuts, like regular straight cuts, how to elevate. Like, they try to give you a curly mannequin. By the time I left, they had like a more textured mannequin. It was still very soft, but they had like a lot more like textured mannequin, but there was only like 2 like textured mannequins. Like, for the most part, you were just cutting straight, teach about nails and all that stuff. Like, they didn't teach you anything about curly hair. So I didn't even know I wanted to do curly hair when I was in cosmetology school. Now, when I graduated cosmetology school, I was just kind of confused because I kind of felt out of place because everybody's like, oh, I'm going here, I'm going to this salon, I'm doing this, I'm doing highlights, I'm specializing in this. And I'm like, that's not what I want to do. And I don't know why, because like literally, like, that's what I went to school for, you know? So I'm like confused. I interviewed at a lot of places, not a lot, like 2 or 3. And I was just like, I was just not interested, honestly. Like, I don't know why. Then I worked at like a laser hair removal place. I really liked that. It was cool, chill, whatever. And then I ended up going to a career fair at my old school at Aveda. Even though I already graduated, I already got my license, everything, took my state board. So I went to the career fair. And when you're at the career fair, obviously they're in a school, so they're looking for students, but they're looking for students who are about to graduate because they want them to get their license like ASAP. So whenever I told everybody, you know, oh, I already have my license, you know, I'm just looking for a job, they're like, oh my God, come work for us. Like, we need you, come work for us, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, so basically everybody wanted me to work for them because I already have my license. A lot of the places were, you know, they were all scattered, but they were basically all the same. You know, regular cuts, color, regular stuff. She just got one of my toys. I mean, one of my plushies. No. Anyways, so yeah, so they're all the same, but then I met this one lady who actually worked at a curly salon. And I have cut my friend's curly hair prior to even like going to cosmetology school, but that was like one time. But I don't think my brain was like switched, like, okay, I like doing this, because it was like a long time before that. Anyways, I do remember though, like, before even like graduate, I did like braids, passion twists, like silk press, like blood. Like, I think at that point I knew I liked more natural hair, but it was still like a lot of work. Like, braids take a long time, so I was like, no. So this line in my face. So with that being said, I think I was still like, I was going towards that path. It just didn't click yet. Then I met the lady at the curly hair salon, and I was like, that sounds kind of interesting. So I did an interview, technical interviews, like hands-on, and I got the job, and I was like, okay, cool. So I started working there, and I actually really like doing what, you know, I do. For the most part, like my time there was okay, but that's a whole nother story time that I will tell. So stay tuned for that one. But so yeah, so worked there for a little bit. It wasn't that long. I was there maybe like 7 months probably. Hi honeys. I was there like 7 months. Then I quit, and I already had my suite. They knew I had my suite, but I wasn't doing curly hair. I was doing like lashes and whatever, blah blah blah. And then yeah, so that is how I got like more into curly hair. So the crazy thing is like when I got in there and I worked at the salon, like they didn't really teach me how to cut. Like all cutting techniques from me. Maybe like I did like maybe one cut. I think it was like a mullet or a shag or something like that, but that was it. Any like curly anything, I don't know how I learned. Maybe it's just a natural talent of mine. I have no idea, but nobody taught me how to cut curly hair. I would definitely love to like take more classes and stuff, but like generally like what I know now, like nobody taught me that. I will say they did teach me a lot about styling, styling curly hair, and you know, products and testing products. They did teach me a lot of knowledge about that. So whenever I worked there and I got like more into it, and I was like, yeah, like this is what I want to do. So that's how I became a curly specialist. And then ever since then, just kind of been on my own. And yeah, and then I just went up on TikTok a little bit, and here I am. And now y'all trust me with your curls. So yeah, that was really it. Basically, went to cosmetology school, went to work at a curly salon, and then called it a day. But yeah, I'm really glad that, you know, I had that experience, and I'm really excited for like what the future holds and what I'm gonna do and all that good stuff. I really do enjoy my job. I like working for myself, most definitely. And yeah, so it wasn't, you know, it's not all that exciting, but you know, a lot of people ask me, and it's a little bit of a story, but it's not like something, but yeah, so that is it. Nothing too crazy. So if you want to specialize in curly hair, and you live in Georgia and you're okay with commuting to Woodstock, I am looking for an assistant. But what I'm looking for is someone who's reliable, okay? I'm looking for an assistant who wants to learn about curly hair, who really wants to get into it, who like wants to eventually take clients. Like I want someone who I'm going to train, and then you're going to take clients under me, you know? Like I want to build a mini salon. So I'm looking for my first assistant, and I'm very picky. So if you're very interested and you know that you'll be reliable and you respond back, you're professional, all that stuff. I'm the type, I like to have fun at work as long as we're doing our job, okay? But don't take me for granted, because the door. Anyways. But yeah, I am looking for an assistant, to let y'all know. But yeah, that's really it. Nothing too I just kind of want to be this a little intro, you know, my first little video on YouTube, because I know y'all been waiting. So I just, you know, want to tell y'all how I got into it, all that good stuff. So other than that, let me know if y'all want to hear that story time, because I will most definitely tell it. But yeah, I love y'all. I don't know if I have an intro or outro. Maybe I'll just like post this, but like if y'all want to make me an intro or outro to YouTube, by all means, because that takes a lot of work. But yeah, anyways, I'm also gonna work, about to slay some curly hair, and I love y'all. Thank y'all for supporting me and being here, and I'm excited to start posting on YouTube, because yeah, I'm excited. Anyways, I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. And yeah, my curl friends.